Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we are going to be continuing our little mini series here on building a commander deck using Avatar: The Last Airbender cards. If you watched my previous video, you will have seen that I opened up the Avatar: The Last Airbender Commanders bundle, and in that I opened up the following cards that you see on the screen right now. I'm going to break it down in terms of what I got in just that bundle alone. And of that, I got a total of 134 cards, excluding, I'm not including any lands, basic lands. I do have some specialized lands that I did count in that 134 cards. So I pulled both the Avatar: The Last Airbender's standard set, and I pulled out some cards from the Jumpstart sets. When you open up the Commander Booster Pack, the collector pack that was in the Commanders bundle, those cards did include some of the Jumpstart bonus cards, both in full art and in foiled versions. So let's break down what I got so far. So with white, I have 13 of the regular set, 2 of the Jumpstart. Of the blue, I have 22 cards, all from the standard set. Black, I have 20 cards. From red, I have 17 from the standard set and 2 from the Jumpstart. For green, I've got 20 with 2 from the Jumpstart set. And then multicolored cards here, I've got 16. And then uncolored cards, I have 7. And then of special lands, which include either rare lands and dual lands, I've got 13. And then excluding the 2 bonus cards that I've got and the other staples for Commander. On top of that, I didn't include, of that 134, the cards that I'm kind of building my Commander decks around. So I'm going to be actually doing 2 Commander decks, or at least I'm going to attempt to do 2 Commander decks. For one, I'm focusing on Fire Lord Azula. She is a blue, black, red card. And then the other card that I'm using is Iroh, Grand Lotus. He is a green, blue, red card. And alongside him, because I can use it, I have Toph, Hard-Headed Teacher, which will be kind of a companion card, but the commander for this one is going to be Iroh. So because of that, I'm going to attempt to make 2 commander decks using these 2 cards as my kind of starters. Of course, there's going to be some cards that I'm going to kind of have to share between the 2 decks. And then, of course, there's going to be dedicated cards for both. Unfortunately, I don't think it's possible to make a commander deck with the 134 cards that I've got. For starters, both of these decks don't use white. So white, any cards that have white, so my standard whites and then any of the multicolored whites that I've got here are useless. So that's going to drop me down. There's also duplicates. So in all colors, I'm pretty certain I have a few duplicates. That's going to reduce my number even more so. So to help me a little bit here, I am going to be pulling cards from the original Avatar bundle that I opened a couple of weeks back. I have a video for that also on this channel, and I will link it as well. That will help me expand a little bit more. However, I still don't think I'm going to be able to build a full 100 card commander deck for either color. So for me, that is a little bit of a disappointment when it comes to the Commanders bundle. I lucked out that the 2 cards that I did pull, the 2 special cards that come with the Commander bundle, Fierce Guardianship and Deadly Relic, are actually pretty valuable cards, at least in US dollars, especially Fierce Guardianship. It's a very valuable card. So value-wise, the Commanders bundle didn't turn out too bad. I don't think in terms of monetary, I made back what I spent. However, I still did pretty decent. Looking at it though, from a commander's perspective, this isn't actually a great value for anyone wanting to build a commander deck using just that commander's bundle. I think it's a mispriced, misvalued, or misnamed box. It is like a special bundle, but it doesn't help you actually build a commander. Even with some of the staples that it gives, like these are a couple of dollars. You can find them just about anywhere. You could build probably a decent commander deck using singles and stuff for less than the price of the bundle itself, which is a little disappointment. A little bit of a disappointment. But the point of this video is to see if I can build at least as close as possible. So for the remaining of this video, I'm going to separate the white cards and anything that I feel that's unusable. I'm going to bring in some more cards from the other bundle that I have, mix them all, add them all together, and then we're going to start building 2 decks, one focusing on Azula and the other one focusing on Iroh, and then seeing how far we get. First, I'll showcase the cards that are specific to them, and then the dozen or so that can kind of work on both decks. So like specifically like Arcane Signet, Soul Ring, and Swiftfoot Boots. Those ones will be on both decks. So let's jump a little bit ahead and I'll share what I've got so far. So rather than have you guys go through with me going through all my cards, I kind of just did that off camera, and we're focusing now just on terms of what I managed to build from the cards that I've got. So just to be clear, I'm using cards that I received from the Commanders bundle and the regular Avatar bundle. So in total, that's about 18 packs worth of Avatar cards plus 1 Commander booster pack. So 19 packs, and depending on how you look at it, it is in theory possible to create a bundle using 18 packs. But if you're looking to build a deck simply with the Commander's bundle, it's not going to happen. You are going to have to buy more cards, either through packs or through singles, if you're looking to build a Commander-specific deck using Avatar cards. Just to kind of break it down here, for Lord Azula's cards, I have about 63 cards here, plus some of the cards that they're sharing. And then for Grand Lotus, I have about 62-ish cards. The remaining cards would have to be land cards, and even at that point, lands would be primarily repeat basic lands. There are not enough dual lands or specialized, rare lands available in the Avatar set in order to build a proper deck. If you're new to Commander, you'll see that with a lot of precons, they use dual lands to fill up the lands, and because dual lands allow you to, if there's a blue-green or a green-black, it gives you that option where you can use it for either color. Sure, they enter tapped, but it still is more helpful rather than hoping that you get enough, plains or enough mountains or whatever it is, whichever color you're looking for with just basic lands. Most precon decks made by Magic typically, or Wizards of the Coast in this matter, typically only contain about 5 to 10 at most basic lands. The rest are always dual lands. And with this set, there are just not enough dual lands available. With that being said, I'm not going to continue this video any further. I think I'll post my Moxfield links for both these kind of constructions that I've kind of started. I did try my best to add cards that maximize the abilities of these 2 champions. So for Azula, I've added a few more spells, a few more instant cards that would help her. Same with Grand Lotus. His ability is similar to hers, but relies on the graveyard, while with Azula, you definitely want to have those cards in your hand because you can attack twice with the same card. So if you have an instant that attacks one character, you can attack another because it copies. With Grand Lotus, when he plays, you can pull cards from your graveyard. So you've used a card, throw in the graveyard, you can bring it back with flashback, which is an interesting aspect. But again, right now, I just don't have enough cards to do it. Would have to, in both decks, I'd have to cut back on the creatures because I have over 30 for both sets. So you definitely want to cut back on those, add more instances and sorcery cards, which I just don't have enough of right now. So maybe if I could take from one or the other, it might work. However, for both sets, there are about 50 cards that are duplicated. So I've used 50 cards, at least 50 cards. It might actually be a little bit more. I think it's about 55, 56 that are the same in both sets. And then I did add a few unique cards on both, and then the rest is just lands. And just basic lands, essentially, because I don't have enough dual lands for either character. So as it stands, I'm going to end this video, kind of this challenge of mine, on a disappointment note. I think if you're looking to buy the Commander's bundle, if you can't find it at MSRP, don't buy it. If you're looking to actually build a Commander deck with avatar cards, you probably are going to be at you're going to have a better chance if you just build it through singles. Go to your local game store, go on TCG Player, go around where you can, get the singles that you need. Yes, there are some expensive cards. Fierce Guardianship is an expensive card. I've got here Badger Mole Cub, which is another expensive card. Those will, make it a little bit more expensive, but the rest of my deck is inexpensive. For Iroh Grand Lotus, this is a $100 deck right now because of that Badger Mole Cub and Fierce Guardianship. Lord Azula is a $50 deck because of Fierce Guardianship only. If I had that Badger Mole, it'd be more expensive, but she doesn't have green. I don't have anything equivalent. So I'm lucky that I pulled Badger Mole Cub in my bundle, but otherwise that's a $60 card that people are probably going to avoid being able to purchase. I think it's disappointing that Wizard of the Coast didn't create specific avatar bundles. There's definitely options here for that, but as it stands, I think if you're looking to build from scratch, you're just going to be unhappy or disappointed with what you get, especially for the cost. So I'm going to end the video on that. I'll post my deck constructions for both these decks in the description, and if possible, I've already posted it in the actual video overlay here. And then that's where I'm going to end this video. And once again, thank you very much for checking this out. Maybe we'll try this again with something different in the future with deck building, because that is something I'm enjoying as a new player in TCG world. I definitely do want to do that for a couple of other games like Gundam and Grand Archive in the future. But for now, let's end it there, and please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this content. Please like, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.